allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. If you please remain standing for a moment of silence, we'll ask that you remember those serving overseas for our country and those here at home. Our residents here in the city of Hazelwood, our staff and employees here at City Hall, and most importantly, any of us that have lost a loved one or a friend recently, let's also remember them. Thank you. May be seated. This time we'll have roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Here.
Ms. Hatton. Here. Mr. Hoops.
Here.
Mr. Abishon.
Here.
Mrs. Henderson. Here. Ms. Wadlow. Here. Mayor Robinson.
Here.
Ms. Matlack. Here. Mr. Taylor. Quorum is present.
Next, we have amendment adoption of the agenda. Is there any discussion on the agenda as printed?
Move to adopt.
Second. There's been a motion and a second to adopt as printed. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have the adoption of the consent agenda. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda?
Move to adopt Hoops.
Been a motion and a second. This will be a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Hatton. Yes. Mr. Hoops.
Yes.
Mr. Abishon.
Yes.
Mrs. Henderson. Yes. Ms. Wadlow.
Yes.
Mayor Robinson.
Yes.
Ms. Matlack.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we have special order of business 5A, board member oath and office.
Raise your right hand.
Do you, Lokman Sotomade, solemnly swear and affirm that you possess all the qualifications for your office as prescribed by the charter and ordinances of the city of Hazelwood, that you will support the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the Constitution and laws of the state of Missouri, and the charter and ordinances of the city of Hazelwood, and that you will faithfully perform the duties of your office as pension plan board of trustees member, for which you were duly appointed on August 20th, 2025.
I do.
Thank you for service.
Next, we have employee introductions, building permit clerk Deborah Fitzgerald, and a presentation by Chief Putnick.
Hi.
Hello. how are
Hi,
you?
I'm good.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Tonight, my pleasure, to introduce our newest member to the code enforcement building permitter, Deborah Fitzgerald. 1975 graduate of the Hazelwood School District, has dedicated much of her career to public service. She began working for the St. Louis County Department of Justice in 1977, started in a clerical role, and eventually rising to a supervisory position in the bonds and record department. After more than 30 years of service, she retired in 2007. 2009, she returned to the workforce, spending several years in data entry before joining the city of Riverview in 2012, where she served in multiple roles, including building inspector's assistant, administrative assistant, police records clerk, and assistant to the prosecuting attorney. She retired from Riverview in 2023. Now, Deborah is excited to continue her career
Yeah.
with the city of Hazelwood as part of the permit department. She looks forward to learning all aspects of the role and becoming a valuable asset to the team. Outside of work, Deborah enjoys outdoors, tending to her yard, and caring for her two beloved rescue cats. Welcome, Deborah.
Happy to be a member of Hazelwood.
We're happy to have you.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
By the way, this is Lieutenant Parrish, your boss.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mayor.
Thank
Get
you.
it? All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Officer Del Morte. Tonight, we're going to recognize Officer Del Morte with the Service Award. Please stand there. This is Deb Valenti, Officer Devin Valenti, who also in her spare time works as our advocate for victims of domestic violence. Combating domestic violence is one of the most critical responsibilities in protecting our community, as these cases often involve vulnerable victims facing immediate danger. Officers who respond with persistence, compassion, and thoroughness play a vital role in ensuring both safety and justice. On June 17th of 2025, Officer Nicholas Delamorte exemplified this commitment when he responded to a shots fired call on Hazelcrest. Multiple victims reported being targeted by a known suspect. Through swift interviews, evidence recovery, and scene processing quickly identified the subject and vehicle, issuing a regional wanted. Later that night, while assisting with a related retaliatory shooting, Officer Delamorte recovered the firearm used in the original incident, obtained a key witness statement, and secured a full confession from the suspect. His persistence led to in-custody warrants for domestic assault first degree, multiple counts of assault first degree, and armed criminal action with a $250,000 bond was issued. Officer Delamorte's initiative and thorough investigative work in this complex multi-jurisdictional case demonstrate his outstanding dedication to public safety and victim advocacy, making him highly deserving of the Domestic Violence Awareness Month Service Award. Officer Delamorte, we thank you. Families?
Yeah.
Family?
Family like to come on up for a picture.
We're gonna share this.
No, that's fine, right? Nice to meet you. I heard you came in, they came in from New York for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Domestic Violence Awareness Month proclamation.
Proclamation 2510, whereas progress has been made in the fight to prevent domestic violence and to expand support services for survivors and their families, yet far too many individuals continue to suffer from its devastating effects. And whereas domestic violence programs across Missouri remain a lifeline, offering critical resources, safety, and hope to survivors, their children, and entire communities. And whereas raising education, awareness, and understanding of the root causes and impacts of domestic violence is essential to breaking the cycle and fostering a culture of respect and safety. And whereas the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence estimates that nearly 20 people every minute experience physical abuse by an intimate partner, and the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy reports that nearly 1 in 5 marriages or partnerships will experience physical violence, underscoring the urgent need for prevention and intervention. And whereas in the past year, the Hazelwood Adult Abuse Coordinator and Hazelwood police officers have responded to hundreds of calls for service relating to domestic violence and confront and combat this crisis on a daily basis. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Hazelwood, Missouri does proclaim the month of October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month to promote awareness of the daily occurrence of domestic violence and child mistreatment, and to encourage support for collaborative effort to end domestic violence and the terror those victims feel in their own.
The motion to adopt.
Good, second.
There's a motion and a second to adopt the proclamation. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have Dan Lully, Chief of the Fire Department, the Fire Prevention Week proclamation.
Proclamation 2511. Whereas the official theme for Fire Prevention Week 2025 is Charge Into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion batteries in your home, which emphasizes the importance of proper practices in buying, charging, and recycling lithium-ion batteries in household devices. And whereas lithium-ion batteries power many modern devices such as smartphones, laptops, e-bikes, tools, toys, and more. And when misused, damaged, or overcharged, they can pose fire risks, including overheating, thermal runaway, and ignition. And whereas residents can help reduce battery-related fire hazards by following key safety practices, purchasing only certified battery products, charging devices on appropriate surfaces and with approved chargers, avoiding overcharging, and disposing or recycling batteries responsibly at certified facilities. And whereas community-wide engagement through schools, businesses, civic organizations, and families is essential to spreading fire safety awareness and ensuring that all residents, from children to seniors, understand how to prevent and respond to fire risks. And whereas our Hazelwood firefighters, safety educators, and fire marshals are committed to protecting life and property through public education, inspection, and emergency response. And this week provides an excellent opportunity for citizens to engage in fire safety outreach and learning. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Hazelwood, Missouri does hereby proclaim October 5 through October 11, 2025 as Fire Prevention Week, and urge all citizens, community organizations, schools, and businesses to participate by promoting and practicing battery safety and fire prevention measures consistent with this year's theme. Move to adopt.
Then a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Next, we have citizens' comments and discussion, which will be heard at this time, subject to the established rules of decorum and shall be limited to a total of 15 minutes, with each speaker to a total of 3 minutes, which may be increased by discretion of the chair or by motion approved by a majority of the council members present at the meeting. Under mayor and council reports, I would like to add to the agenda, consider the 5 minutes on the, and increasing that for the next meeting. We can talk about that, have that discussed. For the audience's information, we do have listed on here 3 minutes. I am making a suggested recommendation that we go with 5 minutes, so we will continue that until further notice. We'll have it on the agenda for confirmed confirmation next week or the next council meeting. At this time, is there anybody from the audience who would like to come up and speak under citizens' comments? Now would be the time under citizen comments. Yes, sir.
I didn't want to be first, so I was waiting. I'm the only one on here. My name is Mike Henley Hudson. I reside at 39 River Meadows. And just wanted to address Mayor and the City Council again. I am wanting to join the Community Enrichment Commission. And I brought it to all of your attention about the situation with the non-discrimination policy updating. And that passed, which was wonderful, but I don't see it on the website yet. So once I see it on the website, I need to call the people with the city commission saying, I'm in, but until then, I'm just gonna watch the website. So, and if it doesn't happen, then I'm gonna have to figure out, somebody else is gonna have to do the commission position that you're holding for me currently. So anyway, I was just curious, what is the amount of time it takes to get something updated on the website like this?
I codify the code once a quarter, and any new laws are listed on the E-code. There's a sidebar. I'd be happy to send you a screenshot so you can see it. But once ordinances are adopted at the meeting, they are our law. I just don't have it written into the code. It's expensive to codify, so I do it quarterly.
Okay, and when's that coming up?
Yeah, I will be sending it, it's October 1st, so I will be sending it this week.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. All right, well, thank you. That was all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Is everybody else under citizens' comments? Anybody else under citizens' comments? Hearing none, we'll move forward with public hearing. We got Easy Moves Missouri LLC. You Move Me, special land use, I'm sorry, a petition for special land use permit for moving storage company. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Cecile Denny, city planner. I present Easy Moves Missouri, operating as You Move Me. They are proposing to open a moving and storage company at 945 Hornet Drive, Suite 150. The company will operate Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and by appointment on moving days. This location will primarily be office space and dispatch for the company. They do have another location here in St. Louis at 4433 Woodson Road. They will continue to operate at that location and open this as an auxiliary location, which will expand their office space. There will be at least one monthly meeting at this location with 29 employees at that meeting on maximum shift. The 41,150 square foot office is part of a larger office building, which was constructed in 1980 and sits on 7.04 acres as part of an office complex. The moving company will utilize 6 designated parking spaces close to the loading dock overnight for storing company box trucks. The entire 7-acre office complex is equipped with 438 parking spaces with less than 50 currently being utilized. So this will not create a parking deficit. The land use map of the comprehensive plan indicates that the subject site is industrial and the proposed use is not consistent with the comprehensive plan. The petitioner, Chris, is here tonight.
Good evening, Chris with You Move Me St. Louis. I'm the owner of an operator of You Move Me St. Louis. We've been located in St. Louis for about 4 years now. We're moving from our location at 4433 Woodson, and we're moving to a larger property where business has expanded. So we're just looking for more space, plus a loading dock. The operation that we're doing at the 945 Hornet will be solely based off operations and logistics. There will be no storage or anything like that. It's just our business has grown. We're bringing in more people to help run our business. We're just looking for a special land permit that we can actually access that space, use our trucks to park them on their lots, and use the facility that way. Any questions for me?
I do have. Council?
Yep.
How many jobs will this bring to the city of Hazelwood?
Currently, we do about 67 jobs, to the last quarter in Q3, we did 63 jobs in Hazelwood. Last year, we did over 115. Year before that, we did about 117. So in the average, about 100 to 145 jobs that we do in Hazelwood locally on a consistent basis. We do about 1,000 moves locally here in St. Louis, and then we also outsource into different cities and states like that as well.
Maybe I misspoke. How many employees from your company are being added to the Hazelwood job market?
Currently, right now, we have 21 employees overall. 16 of them are actually from Hazelwood.
Okay.
Some are from the Berkeley area, right on that cusp of Hazelwood area. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Is there anybody else from the council would like to ask any questions?
The parking at this location, is it going to be, trying to look on the map now, excuse me. I thought I looked this up. There's not any parking that's like, are you gonna park where the docks are?
No, we're gonna be, so there's, I guess my landlord's here, but I would say overall, there's like 750 parking spots. We're gonna be on the farthest right side away from the dock. The dock's not solely ours. Obviously, there's a lot more
Okay.
people in that units as
Yeah.
well, so we want to give them the privilege to use it as well, but we'll park as far as we can away from it. We'll use the parking spots because they are all labeled as well, and then all my trucks are labeled. Any rental trucks that we do use are rented through me and leased through me and fully insured and bonded by me as well. So we cover all that aspect, and we have security cameras that watch all of our property as well.
You do, okay, great. And then, the maintenance of this facility is kept up pretty well, and I would just ask, it's my ward, so I would just ask if, to make sure that your trucks and your employees are, when they park their trucks, that they keep that area.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. We do standards on all of our trucks on a daily basis. Last meeting we had, I was here. We talked about preventative maintenance on our trucks. So there won't be any trucks sitting there that aren't serviceable. All trucks are operated and serviced every single day and inspected every day. And then all my people are fully insured, bonded, background check, drug screen, and everything like that as well. So we run a very tight ship.
Feel like the councilwoman might be interested in knowing where you service your trucks. as
Yeah.
well.
We service them right at Deagle, right down the street. So not too far away from that location. We also service throughout the city of Hazelwood and Berkeley for some of our smaller things and things like that. But Deagle's pretty much our primary one we use due to the fact they do a lot of the work for us on that diesel side.
Yeah. Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anybody else from the council would like any information? Hearing none, this is a public hearing. This is the time where any residents, in the audience would like to come up and speak if they want, have any questions, one way or the other. For information on this project, now would be the time to step up to the podium. Does anybody have any, questions or on this particular project? Hearing none. One more time. I'll go ahead and call the public portion of the meeting will be closed, and we'll open it back up for council discussion if there's any more questions or discussion at this time. Is there a motion to approve? Oh, I'm sorry. We need a reading of the recommendation from the planning and zoning.
Mr. Strutman made a motion, seconded by Mr. Rodell, to approve the petition for a moving storage company at 945 Hornet Drive, Suite 150 in Ward 4 with the following conditions. All vehicles shall be parked in striped parking spaces, and all vehicles stored overnight on the lot must be maintained in good working condition. No non-functional vehicles shall be stored on the lot. The motion passed unanimous.
Any further questions? There was a motion.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Next, we have another public hearing, MHC 323 Purcell Road. Petition for special land use permit for expansion of vehicle storage.
I'm Cecile Denny, the city planner. MHC 323 Purcell Road, Hazelwood, Missouri LLC, operating as Extra Space Storage, has proposed to expand their use at 8784 Pershaw Road to lease 10 outdoor storage vehicles parking spaces or outdoor vehicle parking spaces. The spaces will be leased for monthly storage of RVs and boats or other vehicles overnight. There will be no other changes to the current operations of the business. As you may remember, the 3.5 acre property is a 12,500 foot storage facility. It currently has a SLUP that was transferred to new owners this spring. The property is zoned light industrial. The land use map of the comprehensive plan indicates the subject site to be industrial, and the proposed expansion is consistent with the comprehensive plan. I believe that Mr. Norman Kotuk is joining us from Puerto Rico, the petitioner, to talk via Zoom.
Hello, I'm not sure if you can see me or not.
We
Okay.
can't see you, but we can hear you.
You can't see me, I'm not sure why. Well, I'm not sure if it's something I'm not doing correctly, but I apologize not that I couldn't be there personally. I was there a couple of weeks ago, but I'm currently on a family vacation. It's been planned for many months, and all my kids are coming in, so there's 9 of us here, so I apologize for not being there personally. I'm here on behalf of Merritt Hill Capital. I work with them. They purchased the property back on April 22nd of 2025. The previous owner had been leasing those parking spaces out in the back. When we realized that there was no special land use permit for that, we filed for that to get those properly approved. As Cecile had mentioned, I believe one of the conditions that came as a result of our previous hearing, we agreed that we'd make sure all the spaces were striped and that there would be no dilapidated vehicles there. We also run a tight ship, and we check titles of vehicles to make sure there's no stolen vehicles, and they're operational, and we don't put material back there. It's just vehicles. So we're looking for approval for the use that's been there, but we want it properly permitted.
Is there anything else to add? No. Is there any questions from the audience? I mean, from the city council members?
Question. I'm not sure who, but what is the continuous time frame that these vehicles are allowed to stay there? I know it's overnight parking and it's rental per month, but how long before they have to be moved, or do they not? They just can continuously be there month after month?
They're month-to-month leases. They're month-to-month leases. So as long as a person wants to be there, and they're paying their rent, they can have their spot there.
As far as right now, we do not have a limitation on the length of time that hasn't been put in yet. Now, as of right now, a length of time that they can stay is not a condition of this law.
Okay, and what will be put in place to verify that these are not dilapidated, and if they're never moving, how do we verify that these vehicles work?
We do have, he said dilapidated. The actual language that Plan Commission used was derelict.
Yeah.
And as you know, is a legal definition of derelict. So they do need to have proper registration, and they do need to be able to be driven to and from this location. So it wouldn't be a vehicle that could be towed to. Now, obviously, a boat would come to the location on a trailer. But it would still, the trailer would need to be licensed. Everything would need to be currently running and would need to be movable. No flat tires, no vehicles that could not be moved from the site if asked that day.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anybody else from the council that has any questions?
I do have one question. Is this parking area fenced in?
It is
You want-
not fenced. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
it is
not fenced.
actually, I'm sorry,
Oh,
the
go
entire,
ahead.
yeah, the entire site is in
Oh,
fact
okay.
fenced. The entire site is fenced in. It is a self-storage facility. This is an ancillary use to self-storage. Typically, when you see self-storage facilities in the buildings, a lot of times you'll see on-site parking for storage of vehicles, which is an excellent opportunity to keep those vehicles out of neighborhoods. You don't want to see those RVs and boats parked in driveways. So this is actually in the very back of our parking lot, opposite of the roadway. So probably not really visible for anybody driving by. But the entire site is in fact fenced in. You have to use a passcode to get in and exit.
Is there any other questions from council members?
The spots, I'm glad you asked the question about both of your questions and about it being fenced. Is this parking area behind, I can't really tell on the picture if it's behind, it kind of looks like it is behind the storage facilities. Is it like on the back lot? Or is it facing 270?
No, it's in the
No,
back
it's
lot.
norm.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
on the back,
fenced.
okay. Thank you.
Any other questions from council? Hearing none, again, this is a public hearing and we take questions from the audience at this time. If you need any information on this particular subject, now would be the time to come up and speak. Is there anybody from the audience who'd like to come up and speak at this time or have any questions? Anybody? Okay, well, we'll go ahead and call the public hearing be closed, and is there a reading from the planning and zoning?
Mr. Strutman made a motion, seconded by Mr. Rodell, to approve the petition for vehicle storage at 874 Kershaw Road in Ward 5 with the following conditions. Stored vehicles shall be parked in striped parking spaces, and no derelict vehicles shall be stored on the property. The motion passed unanimously.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion or questions from council members? Hearing none, this would be the first reading.
Make a motion for first reading. Second.
The motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have another
Thank you.
public hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you for taking your time to check in with me.
My pleasure.
Next, we have Top Care Landscape LLC petition for special land use permit for outdoor storage at 99 Ford Lane.
Cecile Denny, city planner. Top Care Landscape LLC operates a landscaping business at 99 Ford Lane. They operate from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Friday, depending on seasonal weather conditions. There are 27 employees on maximum shift. The 2.43 acre property is currently used as a combination of offices, warehousing, and outdoor storage. There are two buildings on the lot, one with the address of 99 Ford Lane, which is the 13,000 square foot office and warehouse, and a second 4,000 square foot back building with the address of 100 Ford Lane. And that is completely fenced in and used only for storage. Currently, the lot does not have any striped parking spaces. However, the intention of the owner is to stripe 20 parking spaces between the front and side parking areas, even though the required parking space for the business is 18 parking spaces with one ADA spot. The property is zoned I-1 light industrial. The land use map of the comprehensive plan indicates that the subject site is industrial and the proposed use is consistent with the comprehensive plan. And yes, the petitioner is here tonight. The gentleman back there, sorry. Yeah. Or you're sitting right.
Good evening, I'm Brian Cole. I'm General Manager of Top Care Landscaping. We're actually a successor to Top Care Lawn Service, which has operated in St. Louis since 1978, various areas, and has been operating out of that facility at 99 Ford Lane since 2003, spring of 2003. In that time, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, we have stored mulch that is made from grindings from Raised Tree Service, one of our other companies, and we dye it and have been storing it at 99 Ford Lane, and we use it the following season. So we're asking for the SLUP to continue doing that.
Is there any questions from council members? Hearing none, like you've seen before, if you could step aside, this is a public hearing and I need to ask the audience if there's any interest in this subject. If you'd like to please step forward. Anybody from the audience? Yes, sir.
My name is Jeff Smith with Paint Smiths.
If you could write that down for the record. Appreciate you introducing yourself.
Again, my name is Jeff Smith with Paint Smiths from 103 Ford Lane. We're their neighbor. We have no issues with them doing their mulch operation and storing it on site. They've done it before and it's been no problem. Want to let you know that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Is there anybody else from the audience who'd like to come up and speak? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Jessica Platt. I live at 512 Fox Trail Drive. Did you say that you paint the mulch? I heard it was
It's
paint.
dyed.
It was
Yes,
dyed,
it's-
okay. What is it dyed with?
Jason, we could get you an MSDS sheet on that. It's similar to
Okay.
what they dye aquatics with. It is
Okay.
an organic
Okay,
base paint.
just want to make sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Is there anybody else from the audience who'd like to come up? Anybody else from the audience has any concerns? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and call this portion be closed. And we'll move forward with any reading from the planning and zoning.
Mr. Strutman made a motion, seconded by Mr. Rodell, to approve the petition for outdoor storage at 99 Ford Lane, Ward 2, with the following condition. All off-street parking and loading areas, internal drives, and storage areas shall be comprised of an accessible, durably paved surface. The motion passed unanimously.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion from council members? Any questions? Anything to add?
They would like to mention that, the parking lot has since been painted.
Motion.
Motion for first reading.
Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next, item 8D, we've got American Builders and Contractors Supply Company. Petition for special land use permit for outdoor storage.
Once again, Cecile Denny, the city planner.
Very popular.
Yeah. Last time. American Builders and Contractors Supply Co. Inc. has proposed to open a wholesale building materials distribution site with outdoor storage at 8930 Purcell Road. There will be 12 employees on maximum shift, and they will operate Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., and they'll be closed on Sundays. This is a 5.623 acre property, which is currently vacant. And they are proposing to build a 40,825 square foot prefabricated building, which will be built to Hazelwood's architectural controls. The property previously housed different hotels. The site plan includes required 25 parking spaces, including 2 ADA spaces. The building will contain 9 functional rooms plus 3 bathrooms. And the materials that they will be storing outdoors will include roofing, siding, windows, and other exterior construction products. The land use map of the comprehensive plan indicates the site to be industrial, and the proposed use is consistent with the comprehensive plan. The petitioner is here this evening to join us, and yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a picture, even that.
Good evening. My name is Tom Neske. I'm the Midwest Region Operations Manager for ABC Supply. We're currently have our wholesale distribution store on Potter Shell Road. We've outgrown that. For considerations of our associates and also the traffic around there, we've been searching for a new location. We enjoy the Hazelwood area, and this location fits our needs, a long-term growth. I would like to mention that unfortunately, our numbers were wrong on employees. We currently have 25 employees. We hope to, by moving, we hope to be able to grow to 25 to about 5 to 10 more associates at the location. And we have the parking reflects that as well.
Good evening. I'm Jake Corrigan with Sansone Group. We're the developer for ABC Supply. The only thing I wanted to come up and say on it will not be a prefabricated building. We've kind of changed the plan, and it will be a tilt-up concrete building. So it definitely fits within your standards. It'll look clean, smooth. So the metal on this corner and around that corner won't be an issue here. It will be a tilt-up building all the way around.
That's okay. Is there any questions from council members?
I have one. You talked about outdoor storage. What kind of lighting and security measures will you be having in place? Materials will be on the lot overnight?
Yeah, so it'll be fenced and we light from the building, and typically we don't operate at night. So if cameras or other security devices are needed, we will add them. But at this time, you do not have.
But you have no plans to put anything out there right now? Okay, thank you.
Any further questions?
I'm just gonna ask, do you have any at your current facility? Do you have any cameras or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, most of the materials are pretty heavy, so it takes a lot of
Put
work.
them in your purse and go. If you have a really big purse, just.
Yeah.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I do have one. Are you planning on retaining the property on Otter Shell, or is this?
We are not. We do not own it.
You don't, oh, okay, all right.
Any further questions? Again, this is a public hearing. If you could just step aside and we'll offer the audience a moment to come up and participate if you need any information or ask questions. Is there anybody from the audience who would like to come up and speak? Anybody from the audience that has any concern on this project? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and call the public hearing to be closed, and if there is a reading.
Mr. Strutman made a motion, seconded by Mr. Rodell, to approve the petition for outdoor storage at 8930 Herschel Road, Ward 2, with the following condition: all off-street parking and loading areas, internal drives, and storage areas shall be comprised of an accessible, durably paved surface. The motion passed unanimously.
Is there any further questions from council members? Hearing none, is there a motion to put on?
I'll make a motion to put it on first.
The motion in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. The next petition, the Dells Inc. It was petitioned for special land use permit for a motel at 7350 North Hammond Road has been withdrawn. I just spoke with the city attorney. There's no action needed from the city council. The fact that they've withdrawn is enough as it is, so it'll be removed from the agenda. There's nothing under communications, unfinished business, anything under unfinished business. Hearing none, mayor and council reports. We have the November 12th work session agenda. Now the time to talk about the date for a work session agenda, I guess, because we would cancel November if we pick a date in October.
The date that appears to work for, the entire council and, provides the ability for Mr. O'Keefe to attend would be October 30th. That's a Thursday.
Okay. Is there any questions about that? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and set the date at October 30th, and then I guess I would need a motion to make it October 30th and delete November 12th. We do that all in one motion.
Sure. I'll make a motion to delete it. Well.
And make it the 30th. Okay.
October.
Been a motion, is there a second?
Second.
6 o'clock, the discussion of the time. That's our, as Julie just said, that's our normal meeting for work sessions. That concludes 11A, board and commission appointments. Is there any board and commission appointments? We have one, Warren Gillespie, Industrial Development Authority, Ward 3. Is there any other appointment from council? None, is there a motion to accept the appointments in the bank?
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second it.
It's been in a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Next, we have, I believe, I asked that we need a motion to add that to the agenda for the next meeting. I think that's what I'm talking about, the 5 minutes versus the 3 minutes. Well, I think tonight was pretty smooth. Everybody got up and went really quick, but I think unintentionally some of our speeches in the past, just the last 3, have been over 3 minutes. So just want to put that on the agenda. Consideration is a motion. Put this topic on the agenda for discussion at our next meeting.
I'll make a motion.
There's been a motion in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. That concludes everything under mayor and council.
I have
Yes.
something to say real fast. I would like to extend an offer out to the residents of Hazelwood to a board meeting that I'm having October 8th it is a different meeting type of normal ward meetings. I am having, a ward meeting that is opened, or I should say, along the line to Coldwater Creek problems that we're having, to where the government is finally taking, I should say, finally taking responsibility. Thank you. What they've done to the citizens of Hazelwood along Coldwater Creek. So the Just Moms of STL are helping me host this. So they are giving us information of what needs to be done to be compensated for anyone that has had issues with cancer, your loved ones that you've lost, or any of us that have had cancer or are dealing with cancer. So it's at 6 o'clock at Civic Center East. Anyone that has lived in Hazelwood, anyone that you know that has lived in Hazelwood, you are welcome to come and listen to the speakers. I hope that there will be one or two of our senators, if we can get them here to talk to us, but I would really extend my offer to the citizens of Hazelwood, even though it's a Ward 5 meeting. I would like the citizens of Hazelwood to come to it also, to hear what is going on and how to be compensated and taken care of from Coldwater Creek. Thank you, Mayor.
Can you repeat the date, please?
Oh, October 8th, I'm sorry. October 8th at 6 o'clock at Civic Center East.
Is there any other council members that have any?
Mr. Mayor, I do have something.
Yes.
Recently, I was contacted by a resident in my ward about some issues with an abandoned property behind theirs. I reached out to Mr. Leader and I wanted to say thank you for the prompt response. The resident was overjoyed by not only the thoroughness, but the professionalism of your staff. So I wanted to make sure that those comments were echoed. Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. Pat staff, I say thank you too.
I also want to say there were so many gas leaks, and I know that for once I actually had a gas leak, but it wasn't just a smell. But I just know the professionalism of the firemen and the policemen that worked overtime going to all, because they had to treat them all like they were gas leaks, and I know they worked really, really hard for several days because they were just constantly going to gas leaks, and I just appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
And also, Farmhouse One has their open house this Saturday. Everyone's welcome. And from 12 to 2, Firehouse One. Okay. Sorry about that. I stole it from him. I stole his thunder.
Any other mayor and council reports? Hearing none, city manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council, before you tonight is a request for a contract with Navigate Building Solutions. They are a company that we had contracted previously to help us on the beginning processes for this new proposed fire station that we're looking at. Most recently in closed session, you saw a result of their work in terms of how they did some of the planning. They assessed the current existing fire building that we have. They developed what a new building would look like in a block format, not a complete architectural design, bringing it up to the 21st century taking a look at the site that we're currently on, what we do if we built there or if we had to go to other sites. And so that was basically the precursor to the contract that is before you now. What you have in front of you now basically is what I will call is the meat of the work. Navigate will assist us in identifying all the necessary contractors in terms of architectural firms, design firms, working up the bidding process to take it out for bid. So, and all of this work is necessary for us to have in place so we can then present this to the citizens when we are going to be seeking a bond referendum on it. This gives us all the details in terms of what the building will look like, the estimated costs, where we're going to build it, the time frame, and the like. So really, this will set up the foundation for our desire to build a new firehouse to serve the city of Hazelwood. As you know, the current firehouse we're talking about, Firehouse One, was built in 1965, if I remember correctly. Dan, is that yeah? It is woefully inadequate, very small. The fire trucks from 1965 are significantly different than the fire trucks from 2026, 2025. We just have a lot of issues with that building. So we're trying to bring that up to standards. So with your, I'm asking for you to put this on for first reading tonight so we can have a contract in place with Navigate. Also, I'm very comfortable with what they've done for us in the past. If you take a look at what they've done, they have extensive experience in police stations, fire stations, schools, city halls, and the like. More importantly, they know all of this contracting business, and I will be the first to tell you, I'm not a contractor. I don't know how to handle all this stuff. Dan's a really good fire chief. He's one of the best fire chiefs, but I think Dan would probably say that he doesn't have the capacity to handle all the construction management that this is going to take, and Navigate will help alleviate that for us. So with your permission, or with your approval, I'm asking this to be put on for first reading so we can have this contract move forward to build a new fire station for Hazelwood.
I'll make a motion, put it on the first reading.
Second.
Questions?
Yes, ma'am.
For the benefit of the community, can we get, the differentiation between what we've already had, contractors for the firehouse versus this one? Like, what are the differences?
Sure. The first contract that you did approximately about a year ago, which was done with ICMA, basically was assessment of where are the best, they didn't say sites, but locations. Because one of the things we have to do is maintain a 3-minute time frame, I believe it is, or is it 2 minute?
It's 244 seconds.
Okay. And it was kind of funny. They said, if you wanted to put the best spot for this, it was basically in the middle of I-270. Well, you can't put it in the middle of I-270. So, but they identified the best locations area-wise where the fire station would go. The contract that we just completed, we were taking a look at potential locations, including the existing fire station where it's currently at on Lindbergh. And it wasn't a full-scale drawing. It was more of a block drawing of what we would have to do to meet the standards of today. If we built on that current site, what it would take, and if we looked at some other sites. So it kind of gave us a dimension of how we would position the fire stations, how the entry and exits would be, how it would impact the intersections and the like. Again, we want everybody to know we don't have a site pick. We don't know a site yet. We're still trying to review all the potential sites for us. So this was basically the precursor so we can then move forward and say, we know what the size of building we're going to need. We know how we laid out. We know the best locations in terms of meeting the timeframe set forth for us. Again, this contract now will get into the meat and potatoes of identifying, getting an architect on contract so we can design the new building, getting bid specs ready to put that out, getting all the information in place in terms of communication so we can go and make this as public as possible to the citizens when they see a building, the cost, what we're talking about. And this will be the base for all of the information that we will be presenting to the council. I hope that answers your question. If not, please, I'll be happy to say more about it.
We only had one other, I thought we had another company? I
Yeah.
thought this was the third one. I thought we
This,
had
this is
another.
the second contract from this company. The first contract was ICMA. Prior to my ascension to the city manager, that every month that came in that said, these would be the locations that met this time frame. But they didn't sit there and say, you should be here, you should be there. They just said, these are the areas that best suited for this time frame. The one, I will say this, the one thing obviously we know is the next fire station will stay south of 270. Since we got one, I will say north of 270, because of coverage and proper coverage, it will stay south of 270.
Okay. I thought that was important to let the residents know
Agreed.
why we have yet another contract for the firehouse. No offense to you.
No, I agree. Thank you very much for asking that. Yes, sir.
I don't have a question, I have a request.
Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of talk about the baby safe haven boxes and the fact that there's only one in all of St. Louis County. Can we make sure that's stressed?
Yes, sir.
In the architect and design portion? But I think it would be a good idea for that new house to have that type of safe haven box.
Truth be told, in some of our meetings, internal meetings with Navigate, the chief has expressed that desire himself.
Thank you.
Any other questions from council? Hearing none.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we need to move that up for first reading?
It did not get.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a motion.
We do need to put that on for first
I'll maybe put it on for first reading.
Yes.
Okay.
There's been a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. A few more items. Again, as the council member talked about, this coming Saturday, we have the open house for the Hazelwood Fire District. They're gonna have food and games there. We would like to have everybody there from 12 to 2 at the fire station on Lindbergh. We have put some of these flyers out. Some of you might have seen a door hanger that we put on doors. We didn't have enough to do every door, but we tried to do some coverage about this to try to get as many people out to visit the fire station. One, to honestly, and I will tell you, this is my opinion, is it's, you know, you can see that the interior is what you really need to see. It looks good on the outside, but what our firefighters have to deal with on the inside is a difficult task, if I may say it that way. So we invite the public out and hope that you can join us. Saturday is a busy day because on this coming Saturday from 8 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at the community center parking lot is the rummage sale from the Parks Department. Inquire with the Parks Department to get a vendor or just show up and enjoy the sale. I want to commend the police and fire department for their successful hosting of another annual Celebrate Communities, Safe Communities event last week at Aubuchon Park. There was a great turnout. We also want to especially thank Captain Egan and his crew for grilling up the brats and the hot dogs. It was a great outreach and it was terrific to see the community network with our team. At the last council meeting, we had a resident who spoke about some concerns in her neighborhood, mostly about code issues. The police department and code department has investigated her comments and they've asked me to report their findings. She reported a derelict vehicle between 8441 and 8445 Jacqueline Court that has been towed. Concerns about 8425 Jacqueline Court, they have received citations and the matter is now in municipal court. Property on Laddie Avenue, the property has received citations and the issue now is in front of municipal court. And the same goes with 6944 North Hanley, 6950 North Hanley, and 8610 Laddie Avenue. The resident voiced complaints towards 7350 Hanley Road. That is the former Haven Inn site. That is the Dales Corporation, which had pulled their slip for tonight. They are moving forward. They're not pulling out of Hazelwood. They're just getting things ready. But obviously with construction, there is some debris that gets around and we've talked to them about that. But I will tell you that I'm very confident in the Dales Corporation and they will take a difficult property and make it a true asset for Hazelwood once this is all said and done. And I do want to also give praise to our code staff, police, Nikki and Cecile, because this has been a very difficult project and they've really handheld the Dales Corporation through this process. And they've done a very, very good job, working with them on that. So, they also, finally, the resident expressed major traffic concerns at 2 different locations in her neighborhood. Chief Hudnick has informed me that we have also increased patrols in those neighborhoods to help with the safety of the residents. That is the end of my report, Mr. Mayor. Happy to address any other questions or concerns from you, or the council.
Does anybody from the council have any questions for the city manager?
Thank you.
None, we'll move on. We have the city attorney's report,
No report, sir.
city clerk's report,
No report.
new business, anything under new business? Hearing none, I believe we have about, 5, 6. I have, first reading.
I'm sorry, I should have said, if you've noticed, I'm no longer running the board tonight. Susan Funderburg is our new communication specialist. I apologize, I was gonna point her out. So instead of me running all over the place, Susan is now handling all of that for us, and I appreciate her doing it. Sorry about interrupting on that.
Great. Thank you. Hard making this city council look good. I'm sure you'll do a fine job.
Make the focus very fuzzy.
Yeah. Okay, we have, first reading of bills, item 17A. Yes, Rookie.
Bill number 5185, first reading and ordinance authorizing granting a permanent special land use permit to Easy Moves Missouri LLC doing business as You Move Me for a moving storage company at 945 Hornet Drive, Suite 150, and providing the conditions of such usage. Bill number 5186, first reading, an ordinance amending ordinance 4928-22 by granting an expansion of the special land use permit issued to MHC 323 Pershall Road, Hazelwood, Missouri, LLC, for a self-storage facility at 8784 Pershall Road to include vehicle storage and providing for the regulation of such usage. Bill number 5187, first reading, an ordinance authorizing and granting a permanent special land use permit to Top Care Landscape LLC for outdoor storage at 99 Ford Lane and providing the conditions of such usage. Bill number 5188, first reading, an ordinance authorizing and granting a permanent special land use permit to American Builders and Contractors Supply Company Incorporated for outdoor storage at 8930 Pershall Road and providing the conditions of such usage. And Bill 5189, first reading, an ordinance authorizing a contract with Navigate Building Solutions for consulting services at a cost not to exceed $74,200. That concludes first reading of bills.
Thank you. Next, we have second reading of bills. We have one bill listed, item 18A, bill number 5184.
Bill number 5184, second reading and consideration for adoption. An ordinance approving an amended and restated performance agreement with 8th Avenue Food and Provisions Incorporated.
Is there any further discussion on this bill? Hearing none, is there a motion to?
Move to adopt.
Second. There's a motion and a second to adopt. Any further discussion? Hearing none, this will be a roll call vote.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Ms. Hatton,
Yes.
Mr. Hoops,
Yes.
Mr. Havishon, Mrs. Henderson,
Yes.
Ms. Wadlow,
Yes.
Mayor Robinson,
Yes.
Ms. Matlack,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Bill number 5184 is unanimously adopted as ordinance number 5066-25.
Thank you. That concludes business for this evening. This one with announcements. We have a regular city council meeting on October 15th at 6:30 p.m. And we also have our council work session on October 30th at 6 p.m. So if there's no further business in front of city council, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Been a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 The ayes